Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be reacting to the entirety of the Protomen Act 1. If you're new here, we actually previously did a full album reaction to Act 2, The Father of Death, and I guess the story goes chronologically forward, starting with Act 2, then Act 1, despite Act 1 being released first and then Act 2 came after. So I just wanted to clear that up in case you guys were wondering what information I was coming into this reaction with. In terms of the story, it feels like we ended off in a place of kind of light hope. See the pun there? There's a bit of hope, but we still are trudging through this dystopian reality with potentially more downside to be experienced. And when we think about what we experienced in Act 2, musically, this was such an enjoyable listen, literally like a rock opera. The narration was phenomenal. I loved the storytelling, at least as much of it as I could get in terms of what was written versus what was actually sung and narrated, because there actually now is a difference. I didn't realize that the audio-only version wouldn't reveal all of the story. So today we've got the YouTube videos pulled up with all of the back-end story. Super excited to check this one out today. A huge thanks goes to Justin the Magnetic for making this album request. And if you're new here, this is a request-based channel, so you can request any song, any album you'd like by hitting the first link in the description box below. But now, with that all said, let's jump into it. So who are the characters we had? We had Light.
No one was left who could remember how it had happened.
Protomen.
How the world had fallen under darkness. At least no one who would do anything.
The Dictator, right?
No one who would oppose the robots. No one who would challenge their power. Or so Dr. Wiley believed.
Oh yeah, Dr. Wiley. Oh wow, you hear that guitar?
Dr. Light lived in a run-down tenement. An eccentric and brilliant man, Light was a loner, a thinker, a man of ideas. Ideas forbidden in Wiley's society. The society for which he worked, the society in which he lived, the society he would set free. And so Light worked far into the night, when the watchful eyes of Wiley's robots weren't upon him. He had set his skillful hands to the task of creating
the Autobots
to bring about
and
a
Decepticons.
change, to create a machine to bring freedom, to create a man to save the world. 12 years Light worked, and on a cold night, the year 2000X, Protomen was born. A perfect man, an unbeatable machine, hell-bent on destroying every evil standing between man and freedom. Built for one purpose, to destroy Wiley's army of evil robots. Ready, willing, prepared to fight.
I've listened to this like background noise. It's almost like a more forceful white noise. Hold on, I gotta read this. Here, I'll run it back from where it started. I'm envisioning like a Gotham kind of setting. Very bleak, dark, metallic, rusted over, grimy. I'm kind of reminded of System of a Down here for some reason. I guess they do have a song called Attack.
And
dies, he has to get resurrected, right? There's no way the album starts with his death. I like this section. God, the wall of sound around me. I feel like I'm enclosed. Oh my god. All of these sounds are so overwhelming. Oh my god. Let's talk about it briefly and then we'll jump into the funeral for a son here. Oh my god, this story is getting even darker. It seems like Protomen just died and now the crowd is they're like on their last legs too because they at least had a hero for themselves. But the hero in the song, rightfully the title, rode alone. And it kind of peeves me that we as humans are like this, where in the face of evil and something truly barbaric, we collectively sometimes will just stay silent and rest on our laurels. Particularly, I've noticed this phenomenon in Bollywood movies and just like Indian culture in general. And I'm speaking more towards like 15 years ago versus now, because I haven't been to India in a long time. But often in that culture, if somebody was being wronged, if they were being robbed or attacked or whatever, throngs of people on the street would watch the wrongdoing happen and just not intervene at all. And it could be going on not for like a short flash of a moment where nobody had time to process. They would literally be watching, let's say, the robbery unfold for like 10 to 15 minutes. And when, when they could offer a lending hand, they choose not to. It's not like there's a direct risk posed to them, especially with the power of the crowd. They could do the right thing collectively, and then they just watch, kind of like the bystander effect. Kind of what happened here. Also, I'm noticing in Act 1 here, the production feels a little bit more in its nascence. It's definitely, like, the way I would describe it is raw. You can hear that rawness in the drums and guitar especially, but also kind of shows up in the vocals. Part of me likes that because, it feels like the world is falling apart, and even the production, it's like you're hearing it out of a radio, but I'm not sure if it's intended or not. And I know that Act 1 came out a while ago. I'll pull up the release date in a second. But yeah, I think the production definitely is a little bit early. Let's check out Funeral for a Son. So this was released in 2005. Where we're gonna go. Seems like the crowd has given up. He's kind of just been beaten down over the years. I've heard this concept psychologically brought up a lot more recently, called CPTSD, which is chronic post-traumatic stress disorder, where it's not just one event that recurs and continues to like gnaw at you over time. It's a persistent state of being where you're chronically stressed in the environment. Even if it's a smaller thing that's like poking at you, if you exist in that place for long enough, the chronic PTSD continues to kind of manifest inside. I'm no expert in that field, but I know as an individual anecdotally, when I, let's say, push things under the rug for far too long, then just being in the environment in which I was pushing things under the rug for too long keeps me suppressed, and over time it weighs on my mental. So tragic. Yeah, and the trumpets now, like, emblematic of his rage. Oh my god, I have chills, man. Mega Man on the way. Dude, this story is getting really good. And a change now. Oh, so who was the narrator before? I read it and I forgot what it was. It was the crowd or something. The crowd narrator. Now it's Light as the narrator.
You have heard me tell this story many times before you sleep. This time listen carefully, and I will tell you once again.
That voice, man, I will never get over it. It's so bassy, so earthy.
Every single word is true. You need to know. A hero and your brother and my son.
It's kind of like a gallop beat.
The darkness won.
But I like that it's showing some restraint.
And he fought bravely, and he died bravely, but he was forsaken by the ones he wished to save.
That's so sad, right? That's like the ultimate tragedy of the savior and that archetype, because the savior will martyr themselves to make hopefully a better future for everybody else, but everybody else, they don't necessarily know that that's happening, and they don't know that they're being freed or getting close to that place in the attempt of the Savior, and the efforts of the Savior kind of go by the wayside. I feel like strategically, if you are the Savior, unless you're actually equipped to handle the wrongdoers and, ward them off successfully, it may be a better idea to like wait a little bit with everybody else to garner their support, but at the same time, you have to be the one to catalyze change, right? You have to be the change you see in the world. So it kind of feels like the Savior is, in a sense, doomed from the start, driven by their virtue and what they would like to see improved in the world. In the short term isn't happening, but maybe in the long run people start to remember the name and get courage for themselves.
Taken by the ones he wished to save, and when he died in vain. You need to know you are not young. The time is coming, and I must warn you. I know it's something that you may not understand. You can't be saved by just one man.
Cannot, right?
And I am sorry, 'cause I was wrong. And I take away the weight his shoulders had to bear. 'Cause when he fell, I was the only one that cared.
Right.
You need to know! You're not him! This fight's not yours!
Wow. So now Mega Man he's galvanized. Wow. And see, like, I can empathize with every single character. Here's the thing.
That story's finished. That story's ended. Understand there's no...
Wow. I just realized, sorry for pausing so much, I just realized that is one of the features that makes a good story great, is every character, what they do, makes sense, given who they are, where they've come from. It makes sense how Dr. Light is behaving. It makes sense how Protoman behaved. It makes sense how Mega Man behaved. It makes sense how the crowds behaved, even though we may not like it. And Dr. Wily, I'll have to remember specifically why that part makes sense to me, but just let's take for granted that it is, and we know his course of action as a result. All of the pieces, everybody is how they are in a very perfect way. It almost feels like I'm an observer looking at this perfect petri dish.
Story's finished. That story's ended. Understand there's nothing more that we can do. And I will not risk losing you. For if you leave now, you will be fighting for a people that refuse to comprehend.
Right.
They've chosen their own end.
They cannot be made to see unless they want to open their own eyes.
Stay here. You will obey me, and I will keep grieving for the son I sent to death.
You are all that I have left!
Wow.
You need to know! You are not him! This fight's not yours!
I love when his vocals get fierce like that.
You cannot win!
Wow. So he doesn't think Mega Man can do it. Goodness. The will of one. Mega Man narrator, Light. Okay, so I'm understanding now the coloring is what's being shown. But you hear the squealing in that? Kind of like video game 8-bit music in the back. So it's like Mega Man here is telling his father that you are no better than the crowd who sits idly by, waiting for a better future but not creating it themselves. Is that... I don't know what I think about that, because I feel like the father made his efforts, Dr. Light. But maybe like in the later part of this game, he's given up. And once he's given up, he's become no better than everybody else. Because the binary of giving up and instead of continuing on and achieving your dream world is bad enough. It's indicative of your inability to move the needle in your life or anybody else's for that matter, especially at this grand of a scale. It's not an easy thing to do, what Mega Man is kind of asking, kind of implicitly. Someone has to stand up, is the point.
Even here it is not safe. Even this grave has been defaced.
Wow.
Someone has written on this stone, in some angry hand, hold rise.
Wow. You know, I'm realizing it was Hope Rides Alone, not Hero Rides Alone. But same relative idea. And I know I haven't talked as much about the music, but the guitar work has been crazy. The dual guitar, man. One perfect machine. Oh, that gives you chills, man. I've had chills like for pretty much half this full listen. We got vengeance now. Come on. No fear, Mega Man. You got this. Alright, too fast. Too fast, I gotta go back. robots advance. I literally, the imagery in my head is perfect. Feels like I'm a kid again, watching Transformers. Yeah.
Sing your armies. There's no man or machine who can stop me.
Let's go, Mega Man, let's go.
Come for vengeance. For the first
Is he gonna do it
time of life.
single-handedly?
I'm ready and I'm willing and I'm prepared to.
Do you guys remember the one of the intro scenes from Troy with Brad Pitt? The kid, he's like, "That Thessalonian you're fighting, I've never seen a man that big. I wouldn't want to fight him." And then he's like, "Well, then history will never remember your name." And then he just proceeds to quickly dispatch the huge mountain of a soldier. And did he say, "Are you not entertained?" No, that's Gladiator. Whatever. Mega Man's got real confidence. One-man army. Commander's like organic matter as well.
The shadow, it covers your face when your eyes shine, just like mine. Step forward, step into the light. If you're ready, you're willing, you're prepared to fight. So be it, send your armies. There's no man or machine who can stop me. And you'll soon see I've come for vengeance, for the first son of light. And I'm ready, and I'm willing, and I'm prepared to fight.
Oh my god. Even screams out here. I love the emotional performance and the vocals. This is badass, bro. Hold on. This was the face our hero had seen before in visions and dreams. This was not the face of evil. Oh, interesting. Huh. Where are we gonna go from here? This is the face of a hero, the face of a son, the face of his brother? Protomen? Huh? Wait. That red text from before, I gotta go back right quick. What vengeance means, this was from Protoman. So now if we go forward here, the stand, man or machine, we have every character. Oh god. Except Dr. Wily in the crowd. This is like a... This is like a Marvel movie. believe Act 3 is out, right? We may have to do a full reaction to that one too.
I told you your brother had been killed. Yet here he stands, in the very shadow of the man you came here to destroy.
He stands in the shadow of the man you came here to destroy. How and why?
Stands in the very shadow of the man you came here to destroy. You came here to avenge his death. You came here to save mankind. You see now, you cannot do both.
Okay. Why? I mean, besides like the logistical issue of Protoman just being alive again, why would he not be able to avenge his brother's death and save mankind? Is that a binary? You can accomplish both, right? It's not mutually exclusive. I think so, but I would say, like, if I'm really taking the highest possible road, actions really born out of vengeance, for one reason or another, often don't hit their mark in the way that you would hope that they might. It usually ends up with a lot of negative externalities that no one can predict.
You came here to avenge his
We'll
death.
see.
You came here to save mankind. You see now.
But I have no prediction. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Tell me now, is there a man among you here? Is there no one who will stand up and try to fight? Tell me, man, is there not one in all your ranks? Is there no one who values
Is he talking to the crowd here?
over life?
Back to... Yeah, okay.
They looked to me once, now they turn to you. Do you understand now? Do you see that the truth is?
Oh, wow. So it's... Okay. I know I'm pausing a lot, but... Protoman has turned on the crowd. He realized that they never cared about his saving of them, and his attempt to fell on deaf hearts and ears and all of the deafness. And maybe he's gonna be the villain now.
Now they turn to you. Do you
Text is in
understand
red.
now? Do you see that the truth is they don't want to change this? They don't want a hero. They just want a martyr, a statue to raise. I've given everything I can. There are no heroes left in man.
Dude, I have
So it
chills.
begins. No matter which one of us lives, the ground we're standing on will crack and blow away.
Is that implying Protoman v Mega Man? And it doesn't matter who wins anyways, because humans will destroy this Earth one way or the other.
You will fight, and when you fight alone. And at the end, you see there was no other way. I've been here before, I stood where you stand. They call me the hero of man. But why should we save them when they stand for nothing? If they deserve life, let them stand for themselves. Given everything we can. There are no heroes left in man. They'll watch you die to save their lives. They will not stand here by your side.
Oh my god, I feel like tears are welling up. Oh my god, it's about to happen. Oh, I love the lead guitar work here.
Given everything we can. There are no heroes left in man. So let them watch as we decide the very fate of all mankind.
Did the father know then that Protomen was still alive and around? Gosh. Oh, into pure piano. This is so beautiful. Is that the last song? Please tell me that's not the last. Is that it? The Sons of Fate. I think this might be the last song. Mega Man narrated the crowd Protoman. No more Dr. Light. Wow, this is flowing by. I think we're at the end here. What's gonna happen?
You will never have another hero. You will never have another chance. You will fall because you never tried to stand for yourselves. Destroy him. Destroy him. Destroy him. Kill Protomen.
God, dude, I have chills all over. Oh, wow. What was that last line? Whispered these words into his brother's ear. What are the words? I can't believe Protoman is dying now, for real.
If these people tell this story to their children as they sleep, maybe someday they'll see a hero. It's just a man.
Wow, dude. from earlier, the crowd were they were saying, "We are the dead." What is going on? Mega Man is letting it happen now. What? I was gonna say, like, there's like a spiteful I'm crying. Jesus. There's a spiteful part of me that was like, man, the crowd, they don't care at all. They're in a weird way kicking Mega Man while he's down because he just lost his brother despite all the evil that Protoman has kind of done. It's like the crowd is still taking the wrong framing. If anything, they should be only appreciative of Mega Man and consoling him at the same time. But it seems like Mega Man has been convinced in the last words of Protoman, or from the last words of Protoman, that heroes are only free, and if they're not free, then there can be no heroes. Like Reaps Locator, humans cannot be heroes. There are no heroes here. You are the dead. Wow. I love the musicality in this whole album, but this story, I'm so invested. Dr. Wily is a mastermind, an evil mastermind, but somehow he's coming out on top in all of this. Oh my god, I have chills. I've had chills the whole time. So there's no heroes anymore because even Mega Man is staying kind of idly by. This is like reminding me of the philosophy called Force Doctrine. There's no objective good, there's just what can be enforced. So whoever wields the power, wields the force, is good. It's very interesting. Force Doctrine. Just one wayward acoustic guitar. Been hearing the buzzing throughout. At first I thought it was my headphones because sometimes they make that same sound. It seems to be part of the recording. Now what, we just get a windy outro? Wow. Act 1, the Protomen. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. As much as I loved like all of the musicality and the guitars and the drums and the choirs and the ferocious vocals and the narration, the number one thing is the story. Story. I have always loved a good story. As a kid in school, my favorite time of the day was story time. Obviously lunch and recess were good ones too. Art class, music class. But story time, anytime we would be listening. Oh, actually I do think the buzzing is part of my headphones, so I don't know if you guys have been hearing that. Hopefully not. Anyways, story time was always the thing for me. And man, there's so many good stories that this story reminds me of. Like we have, and without spoilers, we have Game of Thrones, Daenerys Targaryen. I mean, we all know how abysmal that final season was, but if they actually wrote the show in a way that made more sense and the payoffs were actually payoffs rather than quick ways to like bow tie the the characters and plot, then we may have had something to work with. But the emotional sticking power wasn't there in the same way. But if you think of the hero turned villain, that that kind of story is a tale as old as time. But to have it happen sort of twice, where Protoman fought valiantly against the robots and Dr. Wily, some seemingly failed and became a part of Dr. Wily's army, but then is defeated by Mega Man, his brother, who Mega Man is thinking, wow, Protoman is very virtuous and died fighting for the people who, yes, they've been ungrateful, but it was a cause worth fighting for. Dr. Light somehow knew that Mega Man, don't go avenge your brother. You know why? Because it's not going to work out. You're going to lose. And Mega Man lost, but not in the way that we typically think. He didn't lose the physical fight with the robots and Dr. Wily. Even when he fought Protoman unexpectedly, he won that fight, but symbolically he sort of lost in that moment. And instead of becoming full evil, he turned kind of apathetic or more neutral seemingly, allowing the crowd to be eviscerated by the robots. So at this point in the story, after Act 2 and now Act 1, it seems like all we have left are the robots, Dr. Wily, maybe some of the citizens, Mega Man, and wherever Dr. Light is. I I need to know what happens next. God, what a beautiful story. Also kind of reminds me a bit of Anakin Skywalker's story in Star Wars. A bit of the show The Boys, though that show is a little bit more satirical in nature. This feels very real and powerful and epic and emotional. But there are some crossover themes that I noticed in the writing of this of these albums. Oh God, musically, I was trying to think of like which particular songs are my favorites. I think the last song here was my favorite in the Sons of Fate, but like right below that, I would give it to, I think it was Vengeance. The Will of One was another great one. The Funeral Song as well. And that's already like more than 50% of this album, right? It's rather short with the 7 songs here, and they were all bangers, to be honest, from top to bottom. I think the only proper way to really listen to the Protomen is just to hear the entire story from start to finish. So I think we did it right. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section down below. This was a fun one for me. If you enjoyed the reaction and would like to request one yourself, whether it's more from the Protomen, any other song or album you'd like me to check out, please use the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.